Hello YouTube, it's the True64 back with another video. Today I'm going to be reviewing Ketar, Creature of Stone. So here it is, and before I get into the review, let's go over one of my favorite things of a review, the box. Move them out of the way. So here's the box. Here we have Ketar, Shadow Trap. Here we have Pahatu over here. Here we have Bionicle, the Lego logo, Mask of Control. Here's the golden mask. Warning, choking hazard. Here's the information. Here we have the Ketar, Creature of Stone. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Here's the there's nothing on the bottom. Here we have Nuva symbol from 2003. Here we have the creature symbol. On the back we have the combination, a function, head, and shadow trap. Here we have the name in a different language, buildable figures, and other stuff. So, there's that. So, here we have Ketar. But before we get into Ketar, let's go over his Shadow Leech. So, here's the Shadow Leech. He's got these arms as legs, and he does have a chain. Kind of looks like could be a scorpion. Well, a scorpion tail kind of, but on a chain. So, yeah, there's that. But for the tail, just trudges along. So anyway, his main function is that he chomps and does that. So yeah. Anyway, there's the shadow trap. Now for Ketar, here he is. One thing is he does have, well, that I should know is that he does have this dark the gunmetal gray unity piece, and the only one that has a gray, well, gunmetal gray unity piece is Umarak. So, who knows why they put that there. My theory is on the show they're going to use one of the creatures he would steal for a certain part, and they didn't want to forget what that creature was, so they just use that on, well, put a gunmetal gray unity piece right there. So, anyway, for articulation, he's got a ball joint at the head and a ball joint, well, full ball joint at the neck. He's got a full ball joint at the blades things. You could even fold them back like so, or you could just have them out. Doesn't really matter. And his legs have the same amount of posability. Full ball joint there, full ball joint there, and yeah. So, yeah. And also he does have a ball joint here and a ball joint here. and a ball joint here. So yeah, lots of posability on him. Now he does have a function, and that is bring up the tail a little bit, and then do that with, well, move his tail from side to side if I could get him in a good pose for clearance. So yeah, his blades move like so when you move it like that. So yeah. Anyway, that is pretty much it for Ketar. Oh, and also, I do want to note that there isn't really any friction. Nope, I'm not sure. I will check that later. Anyway, there isn't really any friction to him. So, if you shake it, it will move, but there is a way to lock it in, kind of. All you gotta do is just bend the tail back like so. So yeah. So yeah. There's that. So yeah. Now, next thing that we can do is bring in... Oh wait, actually, first off, hold up. I almost forgot about comparisons with the other creatures. Well, and I will get them set up in just a minute. Okay, got all the creatures set up. First we have a Ketar here. So there he is there. Next we have a Ketar right here. So there's that. Next we have Tarak. And there he goes. So there's that. Next we have Uxar. So there's that. Ignore anything that you hear in the background. And there we have Malum. So there's that. Now we could bring in Kohatu over here and combine them. Let me raise up the camera. So there's that. Now what you want to do is angle these out just a bit. Fold those out like so for right now. Then clip them. Well, then combine them like that. Put his head over the mask like so. Then what I do is just do that like he does on the show. And there goes Twitter. And then just angle these out. Hold on. Sorry about that. Anyway, done. And there we go. So there's the, combination. Of course, you can't really see the blades. There. Now, well, he does have the same posability, all the functions and all that. So, let's get into some combinations, and I will be right back. Okay, let's bring in Tahu first. There he is with him. So there's that. Next we will bring in Golly. And she fell. There's that. Next we will bring in Onua. Here he is with him. And next we will bring in Liwa. As soon as I adjust his wings. There he is there. And there's Kapaka. So, there's that. And I'm not sure if I can do this, but we will try. And bring all the Toa combined in one screen. So, there are all the Toa combined with their creatures all together. So, yeah. Now I bet something magical would happen. Like maybe the Mask of Control appearing? Oh my goodness! It appeared! The Mask of Control appeared! So, yeah, anyway. We'll save that for later. So, there it is. So, that's pretty much it for the review. Now, we will get into my final thoughts. And now for the final thoughts. I honestly think they are great sets. Honestly, as I'm adjusting him. These are honestly one of the best sets that we've got. Well, the best sets that we've gotten ever. Ever. So, yeah. That is pretty much it. Join me next time when I review Mantax from 2007. So stay tuned for that. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.